We live in an age where those in power are openly using every weapon at their disposal to impose their will upon the future. Where the principles of authoritarianism and individualism stand in open conflict in the streets, in the courts, in the news, in everyday life. Where the choices we make and the choices that are made for us have consequences no one can foresee. You do not stand alone. You do not fight alone. You do not suffer alone. We are united. We resist. We are here with you. As long as there is a truth that remains hidden, as long as lies are spread openly, we will continue to speak out. We will continue to question. We will continue to be the united resistance.
What do you want to do now, Cap?
The same thing we always do. Fight them until we can't.
All right, here we are. We are about 3 hours away from heading down to East Palestine to find out the truth, to give you some truth. It's Drew here from United Resistance, the Patriot Journalist. Got my favorite co-host and producer, Will the Fed. All right, we will see you guys in 3 hours. All right, we've made it into East Palestine, and now here we go.
This is what we'll be using.
Yep. We're using the H2O test kit from Home Depot. Joy, look at us with the big budgets.
So we've already given free plugs to Cracker Barrel and Home Depot.
Yes.
But
Hail,
it's worth it.
hail to Cracker Barrel for a great lunch. Man, that was awesome.
Plug them for free anytime.
You know, it took us a little bit longer than we would have wanted
We're here, though. It's okay.
to get down here.
If anything, it's not hot anymore.
But I'll tell you what it is we're definitely onto something. We pretty much got to, I would say, one of the ground zero areas. Would you agree?
We went there, but that's property.
Yeah. Holy shit! Look at that window.
Yeah, there's nobody here.
No, but do you see that window of that house?
Yeah, I do.
Why do you see the window of this house, guys? If you look at the top window of this house, if you see it, you can see like the residue on it. I mean, it's ridiculous. Like, and I'm talking about the upper window. The bottom window,
zooming in,
has it, but the upper window for sure, you can just get an idea. That residue, man, is caked on. You know, you looked outside, you could see very, very, very interesting stuff. So we're going down to what would be called Park Drive, and this is East Palestine Park that we are headed to right now. Very interesting. So it's hard to say what all is happening here, but we're gonna figure it out as soon as we can do the water testing that we want to get done. So that's the situation right at the moment. So right now we made it up to where the site where they're having the town hall. As you can see, I'm right now panning around. It's a gorgeous night, by the way. God,
And
love
unfortunately,
it.
since no one's wearing their mask, means that
Gorgeous.
we can't wear ours either.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a gorgeous small town night. Loving this, man. It feels like summer out here.
Get a shot of the Fox News
But
crew.
as you can see, Fox News is setting up. They're out here. We've got Spectrum News. Spectrum News 1 was just out here.
Yeah, Channel 27 Youngstown.
Yeah, Channel 27 Youngstown's here. There's a lot of people. And, I mean, this is wall-to-wall people. It's nowhere near being in downtown Cleveland for, like, a sporting event, but it's pretty close right now. So, yeah. But we will let you guys know just as soon as we find anything else out. But like I said, what I was kind of seeing down there from my own two eyes, when we were down doing the water testing, there's an active pumping operation going on, and I'm very curious as to what they're doing. Are they replacing water? Are they trying to make it look like nothing happened? Or who knows? You know, I mean, it's unclear. But it's very weird that, I don't want to say super weird, because I guess in this case you have joint cooperation. Those HEPACO trucks were US DOT trucks, so they were contracted directly from the government. But the other private trucks that I saw, the contractors from New York, Virginia, people like that. I have more questions than answers at the moment. What are they all doing there? What were they pumping into the creek where we were at the park? I mean, that's very, very interesting. So here with Aaron, and Aaron, can you kind of explain to us with the chemical release, what exactly happened with those? I know you mentioned the dioxins. If you could kind of break that down for my audience and sort of explain what effect that has long term.
So anytime you chlorinate a compound, it's going to create dioxins. They've known about this forever. So we had 5 rail cars of vinyl chloride that already had a massive amount of dioxins inside those, but once they burn, explode, or vaporize, the dioxins get to the atmosphere. So when they decided to blow these 5 up, they created, potentially, we don't know for sure, potentially the largest dioxin release in the history of the world.
Wow. And obviously, it seems like with all this traffic, with all these vehicles moving through, you're going to, I guess, disrupt a lot of these dust particles.
Particulate. So this has been the issue from day one with me, understanding the products of combustion. So when you burn something, there's always products. Harmful products that are resultant from products of combustion. So Friday night, has been my concern since the rail literally derailed right across from my property.
Right.
So I've been thinking about particulate since day one. When CTEH and the EPA came to my house on Saturday to take air samples, I asked about particulate, and they're not even concerned about particulate.
I speak about things on our show, like as pertaining to the active sort of attacks on our general ecosystem, the food supply,
Yes.
things that have happened with the food processing facility, all of it, because I'm concerned with...
You're in the breadbasket right now. You are in the breadbasket. We supply a lot. There's a lot of farmland around here that just got poisoned maybe for a century. Maybe, like I said, dioxin stay. Their life is 7 to 11 years, but we're talking 7 to 11 years of damage.
All right, Stan. See you, Kelly.
Well,
Significant damage.
and if you go with trying to connect dots, the other derailments that have happened, just in the span of a few days, happened in key areas. This one by a river. There's another one by a river. You know, you're talking about just the air carrying this stuff and everything. If the water supply for the Ohio gets tainted, then the Missouri will eventually get tainted, and the Mississippi.
So they found butyl acrylic down about 30 miles south of here.
Yeah.
Down in Steubenville, Ohio. So
Okay.
yeah, it's moving.
Yeah. So, if you don't think that this is a huge event, just look at all of this in this tiny little town. So, this is it, folks. I'm serious. I want to talk about the scope and magnitude of something. We're looking at something unprecedented. I don't know. Will, what do you think about all of this so far? I mean, my goodness.
I haven't seen them in here, but we were outside on the line, and we were standing right next to Fox News, had a camera and a mic. We've seen multiple local television from Youngstown. I guarantee you're going to see all this on the. I assume Newsmax is in here, but we all know why.
Yeah,
not News,
I know.
I'm sorry, not News Nation. Excuse me.
Yeah. Well, they ran them poor guys out of town.
No, actually, they didn't run them out of town. The guy's got to appear for a judge, so he's probably still here somewhere.
Yeah.
But not in this room.
Yeah, and props to that guy for doing a good job just trying to be a journalist. You know, but yeah, there's a lot going on, folks, and this is definitely one of the incidents of our time, for sure. I mean, you know, I don't know that I've ever seen anything like this in my life, to be honest.
And we were there on January 6th, 2020.
Yeah.
And this is next level.
J6 was huge, but man, my goodness.
It was more controlled, at least, you know, until on J6. But
well, you know, the thing that I'm worried about for me is I still have a very uneasy feeling inside. And folks, I've learned to trust these instincts, okay? And the bottom line is here, I feel like, you know, there's something further, some kind of foul play here. And that's what really, really disturbs me about the whole situation. Now, I'll tell you, since we've gotten into town, you know, we had the ventilators on before, obviously, when we were operating in the field, in the park. You know, we took them off to come in here because nobody was masked up.
we would have been the only
Coming
ones.
in here, we would have been the only ones. So,
As messed up as that is.
to blend in, and for reasons, you know, we rolled the dice. But, you know, I'm telling you right now, yeah, breathing the stuff in and whatnot, I don't feel the effects of it as much because I am a cigarette smoker. So I think in a way that does kind of cancel it out to some degree. But
Meanwhile, I'm the idiot that lives a clean lifestyle.
yeah, and
So
I
I'll
still
feel it before him, no doubt.
I still feel though, like I felt a little bit like lightheaded, whatever. You could see when we took the footage of that home earlier in the windows, you could just see the layers caked on of stuff. So, you know, that tells you what was in the air at one point. And the water readings we took were very, very, very interesting. And we're going to, you know, once I get home, because I know the battery's kind of running down on this, we'll go ahead and I'll disclose those water readings and we'll go more in depth on those. But I have them, so, you know, we'll tell you guys what we found. Because we did the 6-prong test in the water, you know, that shows the chlorine levels and all that. So, all right. Well, stay tuned, folks, because we'll continue to go around, get footage, and check this out.
All right, the 1 mile radius was determined using the Department of Transportation Emergency Response Guide. When we got the chemical that we believed was the most hazardous, being the vinyl chloride, on that train, we researched in the ERG, this is a standard practice across the country, to determine an evacuation zone. That evacuation zone has been determined by the Department of Transportation and other subject matter experts based on previous incidents. So that is why we went with the 1 mile radius evacuation zone.
making a little addendum video. This is for our water testing in East Palestine. Now, when we tested the water down in East Palestine, here were our findings. The water hardness was 250. Chlorine was at 1. Alkaline, 120. The pH level, quite interesting here, was at 9. Nitrite parts per million, 0.5. Nitrate parts per million, 10. Take that reading for what you will, but it adds up to one thing. The water is wonky and probably shouldn't be messed with.